Hello, I'm Randy Orr with Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices, and in today's video, we're talking about one of the most requested property types I hear about from buyers in Laguna Niguel, and that is single-level homes. There are a lot of people who simply prefer single-level living. Sometimes it's about convenience, sometimes it's about comfort, sometimes it's about planning ahead and buying the home that works beautifully for today, but for many years to come. And in a city like Laguna Niguel, where inventory can already be limited, knowing where to look for true single-level floor plans can make a huge difference. So today, I'm going to walk you through 5 neighborhoods and communities in Laguna Niguel where single-level homes can be found. I'll give you a feel for the pricing, the lifestyle, the setting, and what makes each one different, because not all single-level neighborhoods offer the same kind of living experience. And before we get into it, if you enjoy local real estate content about Laguna Niguel and South Orange County, please make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and ring that little notification bell. And if you're thinking about buying here, whether it's a single-level home or any property at all, reach out to me directly. I've been helping buyers and sellers in this area for 30 consecutive years, and I'd love to help you too. Let's start with Niguel Hills. Niguel Hills is one of the classic established neighborhoods in Laguna Niguel, and it remains very attractive to buyers who are looking for single-level homes. One of the reasons is that it tends to offer the very comfortable neighborhood feel without always reaching the price levels of some of the more luxurious communities in the city. That makes it especially appealing to buyers who want to be in Laguna Niguel, want a detached home, and want the particular single-level floor plan. The homes are generally ranging between 1,400 square feet to over 2,500 square feet, and recently sales have ranged roughly from about 1.3 million on the low side to about 2.2 million and above. So there's a real range here depending upon the size, the upgrades, the lot, and location with the neighborhood. Niguel Hills has a very approachable feel. It's established, it's functional, and for many buyers it checks a lot of the boxes. If you are downsizing, or you simply do not want stairs, or if you want a more traditional residential setting with single-level homes, Niguel Hills is definitely one of the neighborhoods that deserves strong consideration. Next are the Pacesetter homes. The Pacesetter is a neighborhood I often think of as being somewhat similar in spirit to Niguel Hills, but with its own identity. There are fewer homes in the Pacesetter, so opportunities do not come up quite as often, and the smaller supply can make the neighborhood feel a little bit more special when the right property hits the market. Pricing can begin around a similar range, around the low 1.3 level, but recent sales have also gone much higher, with some of the sales eclipsing $3 million. Several sales have recently been over 2.5 million, and that tells you something very important. Buyers see the value here, particularly when the home has a strong floor plan, a good lot, and attractive upgrades, and that right presentation. Pacesetter tends to have a nice open feel, and many buyers appreciate the larger lots that can sometimes be found here. So if you like the idea of a single-level home in an established Laguna Niguel setting, but you want something that may feel a little bit more distinctive and a little bit more limited in supply, Pacesetter is a very important neighborhood to know about. The third community is Siena at Marina Hills. This is a very different option, and that's exactly why it belongs on this list. Siena is located within the master plan community of Marina Hills, and that very property in Siena is a single level. That makes it alone a standout. These are attached homes, typically in a cluster of 2, which can be very attractive for buyers who want less maintenance without giving up the benefits of a single-story home. Siena is also the only gated section of Marina Hills, which gives an extra layer of appeal for many buyers. This can be especially attractive for second home buyers, people who travel, or anyone who wants more lock and leave style of property. It has an upscale feel, and buyers also like the Marina Hills location and amenities. The homes in Siena generally range from about 1,700 square feet on the smaller side to over 2,200 square feet for the single level floor plans. And recent prices have ranged from about 1.4 million on the low side to 2.5 million on the higher side. What makes Siena living so appealing is that it combines single level homes with a more refined, lower maintenance lifestyle. So if you're the kind of buyer who wants convenience, a gated setting, and a more polished overall feel, Siena should absolutely be on your radar. Now you're going to really want to watch until the very end because the last community I'm going to share with you is very special. But first, let's talk about Rancho Niguel. Rancho Niguel is a very strong neighborhood overall, but I want to be clear here. The majority of the homes in Rancho Niguel are two-story homes. Rancho Niguel is actually a master plan community with over 1,400 homes, with communities and subdivisions located within. However, there are single level floor plans that do appear several times throughout the year in many of the subdivisions within Rancho Niguel. And when those homes do come on the market, they can be very attractive because of the neighborhood's location, the reputation, and the amenities. Residents in this area of Rancho Niguel enjoy access to the club at Rancho Niguel, which is a major benefit and one of the reasons buyers are drawn to the community. Rancho Niguel also has a strong central location and a real neighborhood feel that appeals to a broad range of buyers. So while this is not the kind of area where every other listing is going to be a single level home, it's still a very important option for buyers who want a single level property in a well-located Laguna Niguel community with strong lifestyle appeal. This is one of those cases where knowing the market and knowing which subdivisions contain those floor plans can really matter. If a buyer is not paying attention, they may miss the opportunity that presents itself. That's where I come in. And finally, let's talk about Greens East. And this is one of the most unique communities on this list. Greens East is literally one of the streets that border the east side of the El Niguel Country Club golf course. And because of that, it has a very special identity. This is not a big community with constant inventory. It's limited. It's unique, and the homes here are really rare when they come available, 2 or 3 a year. When they do, they command significant attention. This neighborhood has more premium, serene feel, and for the buyers who appreciate golf course proximity, privacy, and a location that feels more exclusive, Greens East can be extremely compelling. There are only a handful of sales each and every year, which means buyers looking here need to be prepared when the opportunity comes up. I was extremely fortunate to have represented the sellers of the record-breaking sale in this neighborhood last year at $4,230,000. I know firsthand that Greens East is an absolute capable neighborhood to command top-tier pricing. And at the time I'm recording this right now, there is a rumor that another one may be coming on the market soon. If your idea of a single-level home that includes rarity, prestige, and a setting that almost never feels overly available, Greens East is one of the most special opportunities in Laguna Niguel. At the time I represented the seller, the buyer actually saw the video on YouTube and on day one made an offer for $4,230,000. If I can help you in these neighborhoods, I would love to do so. So when you step back and look at all 5 of these options, and there are plenty more, you can see that Laguna Niguel offers much more variety in single-level living than many buyers first realize. Niguel Hills offers strong everyday value and comfortable living. Pacesetter gives you a similar feel with fewer homes and some very impressive sales. Siena offers 2 of the floor plans that are single level in a gated Marina Hills setting with lower maintenance, and that is appealing. Rancho Niguel offers selective opportunities in a strong community with amenities. And Greens East is rare, exclusive, and highly distinctive. That is why I always tell buyers not to search for single level homes in Laguna Niguel as though they are all interchangeable. They are not. The right choice depends on your budget, sometimes your age, your preferred lifestyle, the amount of maintenance you may or may not want, whether you want a gated setting, whether you want view, and many, many other options, and how rare you may want the opportunity to be. If you are currently looking for a single level home in Laguna Niguel, or even if you are just beginning to think about a move, I would love to help you sort through the different options and identify which of these neighborhoods may be the best fit for you. And if you need somebody, not just anybody, when it comes to navigating the Laguna Niguel market, that's exactly where my experience can help you. If this video has been helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that little notification bell. And if you're having questions about current listings, coming opportunities, or off-market possibilities as well, or any neighborhood in Laguna Niguel or South Orange County, contact me directly. I'm Randy Orr with Berkshire Hathaway, changing lives, one home at a time.